Alright, the SRG STIG library compilation README. We have the Department of Defense and Offensive Information System Agency Unclassified, which is spelled wrong. Version 2, Release 1, August 6, 2024. Developed by the Defensive Information Security Agency for the Department of Defense Unclassified. Overview. The SRG STIG library zips the compilation following the content available on the DoD Cyber Exchange public and restricted website. DoD Security Requirement Guidelines, or SRG, and Department of Defense Security Technical Implementation Guides. Note: the draft and sunset of the Department of Defense Security Requirement Guides and Security Technical Implementation Guides are excluded from the library compilation. New releases that occur mid-cycle must be individually downloaded until the next quarterly release of the library compilation is published. While every attempt will be made to provide a complete set of current Security Technical Implementation Guide checklist related tools, no guarantee can be made as to the completeness of the compilation or the status of the contents. Compilations may be used and distributed in the same manner. Individuals download a documentation companion for viewing with the Department of Defense XCC's DF formatted Security Technical Implementation Guides available at publiccyber.mil, STIG, SRG, STIG Tools, or HTMP, CyberMil, STIG Tools. Concerns, questions related to the contents or format of these compilation files shall be directed to the Defensive Information Security Agency at the Security Technical Implementation Guide Support Desk, DISA's Security Technical Implementation Guides, SPT at mil. Two versions of the compilation are posted to the Cyber Exchange Unclassified, posted on Public Cyber Mill. U.S. Proceeding file name contains only publicly released Security Technical Implementation Guides related content for download by general public. Controlled unclassified information posted Cyber Mill. Controlled unclassified information preceding the file name contains the Security Technical Implementation Guides related with the content with DoD sensitive information marked with the Control Unclassified Information Requiring Protection from General Distribution and Freedom of Information Act additional public release. The Security Technical Implementation Guides are related to content of the DoD Public Key Exchange Certificate, or CAC. It is required to download the Controlled Unclassified Information Compilation and the individual Security Technical Implementation Guides and the Security Requirement Guides contained with a Controlled Unclassified Information Compilation will not be released to individual organizations that do not have required common access card credentials. The Controlled Unclassified Information Compilation wholly and separated with the Controlled Unclassified Information content must be handled within accordance with the Controlled Unclassified Information Handling Dissemination Guides. Controlled Unclassified Information Security Technical Implementation Guides contained in the Department of Defense specific guides for information in the Department of Defense networks and enterprise services not needed by parties outside of the Department of Defense. If needed to justify, the Controlled Unclassified Information can be released on a case-to-case basis. Once approved by information owner, all such requests must be submitted to the Defensive Information Security Agency Security Technical Implementation Guide Support Desk, DISA, STDIG, SPT, mail.mil. Downloading and extraction. Due to the length of the file of the folder of the Security Requirement Guidelines and the Security Technical Implementation Guides, library is highly recommended to the zip file downloaded to root local drive or C external drive, then extracted as folder. Doing so to minimize reported extraction errors. However, do not use WinZip or extract to here option, as this will create over 100 new folders. Instead use the extraction to folder name option to create one folder with subfolders for each. An option to create one folder or subfolder for each Security Technical Implementation Guide Security Requirement Guidelines. Some customers have reported difficulty downloading the compilation packages. Thus far, these difficulties have been caused and restrictions customers of the local area network. Other issues with their internet, having trouble downloading the files, file attempt to download different network location, possibly outside the organization network, before contracting the Defense Information Security Agency Security Technical Implementation Guide customer support desk. When reporting download, and extraction issue with the Defense of the Information Security Agency Security Technical Implementation Guide Customer Support Desk provides specifically detailed information, details of the problem so the issue is identified and resolved quickly. Unclassified. 3. README change update. Version 2.01, August 24th, remove the IASEL, reformatted to adhere to the Defense of Information Security Agency standard with a revised overall conciseness, grammar, and style. Version 1.7 of May 2009, revised correspondence to the demise of the ISA, release of the new Cyber Exchange website, corrected with a description, compilation, contents, cleanup, view, and unclassified and controlled unclassified information version, access, dissemination, discussion. Version 1.06, November 16, corrected with the links of the IASE Security Technical Implementation Guide homepage and viewer page. Version 1.05, October 26, revised reference of the security requirement guidelines throughout with a revised reflective of new organization redesigned RE11. Added a notice about the controlled unclassified information content requests of the non-common access card holders, added with more detailed description of the unclassified, controlled unclassified information files. August 2015, revised included security requirement guidelines reflect or update with the organizational name, email addresses, revised content list, removed with the checklist no longer published, and the SCAP benchmarks revised the note with it being excluded to be the notice that they become quickly out of date. Version 1.3, May 2012, restructure paragraphs 1 or 2 and 4 paragraphs, better presentation, added note with a SCAP benchmark, removal of the exclusion of the draft, security requirement guidelines, and security technical implementation guidelines. Version 1.0, April 2012, revised to paragraph 2, for clarity, revised name of the FSO Security Technical Implementation Guidelines Support Desk due to the recent change of the display of the new name of the address. Version 1.01c, March 2012, minor wording and typo corrections. Version 1.0, March 2012, initial release of Strategic Technical Implementation Guideline Library Compilation Zip. README consigned with the retirement SRR Lite and its an ISO CD image release of a new unclassified, controlled, unclassified information version of the Security Technical Implementation Guideline Library Compilation Zip packages. Alright, and that was your Security Requirement Guideline Security Technical Implementation Guide Library Compilation README.